Hello, I am Heather Roberts.
I am Veronica Adams. Together we are 1852, and this is For Book's Sake.
I know, it's great music, right? Welcome back to For Book's Sake. We are here today again on our series about authors and their journeys. And today we have the incredible and amazing Pru Warren with us. Hello and welcome, Pru. Did you like our intro music?
Yes, dug it, rockin'.
That's my ode to John Oliver, essentially. I
Very
needed an intro song. It's very jammy, very John
Very-
Oliver-esque.
Quite cheeky of you, Heather.
Yes, thank you. I should be like banging on the table when it's, playing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're so happy to be back. If you are following our author series, we had Campbell Linden on previously, who was an author for a year. And now we have Pru Warren, who you are coming up on 5 years, if I'm
Yes,
correct.
I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, congratulations
Yes.
on that.
I really like it.
It's a great milestone accomplishment. A lot of authors who set out to write the first book don't make it 5 years into the career. So
It's true.
Most authors, I don't think, are entertaining themselves as much as I'm entertaining myself. I mean, my abiding philosophy is it funny? Am I laughing? Am I enjoying it? If not, I'm done.
Yeah. And how many books have you written in these 5 years?
I've just published my 24th. The 25th will be out in November, and 26th will be out in January.
Oh my God, woman.
Incredible.
That is truly incredible.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, it is so much fun. Telling stories is more fun than, and I can, if I'm mad at somebody, I make them an evil person in my book, and then I smack them down.
Yes. Yes.
You've truly come so far. So Pru and I worked together for when she was debut, right? Like
the very first book. That's right.
Very first book, coming out of the gate.
Whoa. You guys just blew seriously?
Yeah.
Has it been that long? Oh my God, where has time gone?
I know.
I'm buffering now. My brain is catching up with the reality of the fact that it's been 5 years since y'all first worked together, and that Pru has written literally 20 plus more books since then.
It's insane.
That is amazing.
It's insane.
I'm just amusing myself.
You're doing it very well.
You were such a baby author when we first met.
I've never had a launch as good as the launch you gave me. So thank you.
Well, we do love hearing that. But for me, not for you. You know what I meant.
I do know.
But no, it's so amazing to see how far you've come. I mean, you've really entered this industry. You've embraced it. You have done what so many authors should be doing, is getting out and networking, right? And now you lead up. What is your position with the romance?
I am the president-elect of the Washington Romance Writers, which is the local Washington, D.C. chapter of Romance Writers of America.
So amazing.
I'll be in charge next year, and I think they're all shaking in their shoes because I literally, I'm not kidding. I just do things that amuse me. So we have board meetings, right? I'm the vice president, going to be the president. We have board meetings, and they follow Robert's Rules of Order, right? Like, can I get a nomination? Can I get a second? Let's all vote. And I'm just laughing, this is not what it's going to be like next year. I don't care. Does anybody have a problem? Okay, we're doing it. So
I'm having sorority formal business meeting flashbacks now.
I respect it. I do respect it. I understand why people have meetings that way.
Yeah.
But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. I have to admit that, I don't hate that my last name is Roberts for such times. My nerd heart loves that. Yeah.
I'm going to tell everybody on my board next year that I'm using Heather Roberts' Rules of Order.
Yes.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Yes. The new and improved Roberts Rules of Order. The modern.
I can jazz them up for you.
Now
Modern
I am
woman's
not
guide.
worried at all about my term next year.
Yeah, you're gonna have so much fun. I'll
Okay.
tell the listeners and Veronica that so I went to a marketing retreat or workshop convention, as it were, that was run by Pru back in what was it, March, April of this
Yeah.
year, so end of
Yeah.
March. And it was truly the best, most well-run conference I have been to in a minute. It was just for authors. There was no signing involved or anything, but it was so well run. You had everything down to you had everything done. Like it was fantastic. The
You're
sessions,
awesome. Your check
yeah,
is in the mail. I just
I
have to
know.
pay you. Thank you. That's
But
a nice.
really, I mean, you were detail oriented. You had fun with it. Everybody there was saying how much fun they were having, how much they were learning. It was very good.
Good. The plan was to do a conference for authors entirely on marketing, no craft, none of this 12 stages of intimacy or how to make your protagonist more lovable. This was just how do I sell more damn books because
Yeah.
the
Secure the bag and
world,
make the money. Yes.
how do
Yes.
you because even and I'm pretty open about saying I inherited money from my mother. I don't need they're not paying the rent off my book income, which is lucky because my book income wouldn't cover it. But
Right.
but there are so many authors, you guys know this, who
Yeah.
are writing spectacular books, really good books, and
Yes.
they're getting no traction.
Yes.
Cream doesn't rise to the top, right? I mean, there's
Correct.
crap that's making the bestseller list that, a million of us are writing better books than that. How do you how do you do that? How do you get up there? So I took over. The Washington romance writer said, "We need a conference. Anybody want to help?" And I'm like, "Yep, I'm in." And then I body checked everybody away. I ran that conference by myself.
You,
Nobody else got to come in and play. It was all mine. And I
yeah.
got to have an all marketing conference, which didn't help me break through, but did help me sort of focus my goals for the coming year. So
Well, you
that's
did a
what.
great job, and I'm sure that there were some tips and tricks that if you implemented, you could help you. Um, I give Prue a hard time. Obviously, we've known each other a long time.
Obviously.
Um,
Obviously. Smack.
but yeah, no, it was really well run. It was amazing. I met some amazing people there. Who I'm now Kate Hall's agent. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, and I met Kate Hall at your marketing conference.
Good.
So
Good. That's really good.
love her.
She's way bright. Wow, that was
She's
fun to talk to
incredibly
her.
bright. Yes, very bright.
Excellent.
Kate Hall, if you've not know who that is, we have she's been on this podcast
Yes,
before,
she
so
has.
go back a couple episodes. She is a whiz at TikTok, so she's wonderful and a
That's
very
why she came to the conference. She spoke to us
yes,
about doing TikTok. And I was wandering around dealing with caterers, but as people came out of that room, eyes were wide. People were like making no, this is what I can do that. I can do that. It was very um motivating. It's really
it
motivating.
was. And I will say, so your conference, talking with Kate and some others there, Lisa Vino was there,
Yes.
inspired me to finally make the course website. So that was the inspiration to get me off my butt to actually make my course website. So
Yes, not just a marketing conference for writers, but a marketing conference for writers marketers. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
I'm telling you, it was truly an inspirational weekend. So
When I get to the pearly gates and St. Peter says, "What good did you do?" I'm going to say, "Please check the podcast. I want you to hear from Heather Roberts' Rules of Order."
Yes,
yes.
Prue's flowers are in the podcast.
But so yeah, so Prue is not only great at putting people together, but you also can write an amazing book.
Oh, you're very kind.
What is your most recent release and what are you currently writing?
I actually oh God, uh, and it deals with marketing. I signed up for Mark Dawson's ads for authors,
Yeah.
and I really didn't get very far in it. You're like, why don't you apply some of the things you've learned, Prudence? And I'm like, okay, all right. I didn't get very far, but one of the things he said was that he bundles together 3 free books for his 3 series and gives away the free books. but he doesn't make a penny of profit until the sixth book. And I was buffering, right? Just like
Right.
Veronica, I'm just buffering. That blew my mind because romance novels are either standalones or they come in thirds. Nobody
Yeah.
gets to number 6. You don't. I mean, Bridgerton, yes. So could I create a romance series that would actually get me to profitability? Could I write 6 books in a series? So I decided to write what I'm calling the Bad Attitude Billionaires. I write rom-coms. So I wrote the Bad Attitude Billionaires on the wall of my son's room. My son's gone off to law school, so his room is empty now. Sucker. He left. And instead of doing like a poster board of what I was going to do, I have now covered one wall of his room with a 10-book series that I'm going to write
Oh, I
of
love
the
it.
Babcock family. They're the Bad Attitude Billionaires, and they're called the Babcocks because Bad Attitude Billionaire I was abbreviating to BAB. And then what's a great rom-com word? Cock, right?
Yeah.
So the family is the Babcocks. And there are 10 of them, cousins, sisters, brothers, whoever. And I've got a full 10-book series planned out. I just published the third of them, and the
Love
fourth
it.
will come out in January. So I got 6 more to go. So that's what I'm
And
working on.
so they're all standalone, interconnected
All
novels.
standalone, interconnected. You can read them alone, but
Yeah.
by the time you get to book 3, you will have met some of the people in book 1 and book 2, so it's just a little easier to read them in order.
You get the
I
full
love that.
Babcock if you go all in on the series.
As if you get the whole thing. And I'll
The
make a
whole
profit
staff.
at book 6.
Yes. No, you will though. The longer series do help. I mean, but then you can have too long of a series too. I've seen some authors do that where they just like
Keep
stay in
going.
one series forever. And then it's very hard to find new readers because, who's coming in at book 17 of a series,
Well,
right?
it's a really good point. Do you find, I'm sorry, I'm going to come on and pick your brain instead of you pick my
Yeah.
brain.
You're
Do
here.
you do you find that authors can write a long series but break it up with standalones in between? If my theory was I'll write all 10 of them and
Mhm.
get them done, but maybe what I should do is 4 and then something else and then 3 and then something else, and right? Do you
Well,
which is
I'll tell you my opinion, and then Veronica, you can say what you like to do as well. So you can do it in a variety of different ways. This is why I'm saying there's no one right answer. What I think works best is when you're writing a series that you write two series at once. And so and then you alternate releases because you can do the momentum thing. You don't want to lose momentum in either series, but you want to be able to feed your readers into another series while you're going. And because you might attract different people, right? And then so if you attract different people for the other series, then they might say, "Oh, well, I'm waiting for it. She has a new release. I'll try the other series while I'm waiting." And now you have two feeders into you of potentially different sets of readers that can cross and overlap. So it's
okay,
like
that's
the
brilliant.
zipper. I'll call it the
Yeah,
zipper theory.
I
That's
like that.
my
That's a really good
The,
description of it. Yeah.
the zipper merge.
yeah.
Whoa.
Do
Okay.
you have a different way to do it, Veronica?
No, that is exactly what I was going to say is probably the method I would recommend for almost everyone. I think the only thing I would potentially differentiate is in are you publishing wide or are you publishing direct to
Yeah,
KDP
KU.
Select and then KU? You might do 2 or 3 of one series first on the
Hmm.
KU side of things.
How appropriate. How
Uh-huh.
wonderful of you to say.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
that's
the
not a
only
bad
So
idea.
differentiation
thankfully, thank
I
you.
would add. Otherwise, I think Heather's spot on here.
And have them
Okay.
up for pre-order. For the love
Always.
of God.
Even if they're out to the furthest date and you're going to live launch them way earlier than the pre-order date says that they're up for, yeah, get them up there. Start selling them now.
Yeah. Get the conversion.
Yeah.
Because there is that one person who's going to say, "Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this series. I want to pre-order the entire series now." And if you don't give them that opportunity to do it, you've lost that sale. They might not remember tomorrow.
I,
They
I
have
Shoot, so
am
that's fascinating.
I'm
goldfish.
I am currently running a pre-order ad campaign for an author who this brand new series, book 1 is the pre-order book. Book 2 is also up for pre-order and the pre-order ad is converting at like 30%. So
No kidding.
every third person who pre-orders book one is also pre-ordering book two.
One moment, please. I need to make a note.
It's possible.
We're having a marketing sesh. I love it. I love it.
Everything is a marketing session.
I
I mean, my
know.
God.
Well, this goes to the point of the episode, though, is that just because you're 5 years into this, and I'm doing this because authors need to understand that you don't ever stop learning.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, you never stop learning. And as we talk to authors who've been doing this for a decade, or like we will have the same or similar conversations, because there's always something new. There's always a different strategy to try, and you're literally never stop learning.
Plus, here's my thought for anybody listening. Because indie publishing is 10 years old, 12 years old, we're in the wild, wild west. What
Yes.
worked last year no longer works. People
Yeah.
used to say that a BookBub feature deal was the end of time. If you could get that, you're set for life. And now we're hearing much less interesting results from it. That was last year.
Yeah.
And the things that I thought I could count on, that ain't working anymore. So
Exactly.
it's not a matter of wisdom and experience. It's a matter of holding on to the wave, surf the wave you're on right now, because this is the Wild West. There are no rules. It's
Commitment
weird.
is important, but adaptability is just as important as commitment. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to be willing to pivot. You have to be unemotional and treat this as a business if you want this to be your career. Once you put those book babies out into the world, they're products now. They're not yours anymore. And getting through that thick skin, getting that thick skin is important. And that sort of separation, right? From your
I think
books.
that's right. I think that's right. I think that's exactly right. When I first began with you, Heather, you said, "Why aren't you on Book Talk?" And it was 5 years ago, and I went, "What's Book Talk? I don't know what that is." But do you feel now? I never did, right? I'm 65, for God's sakes. I'm an old lady. Don't let me onto TikTok. Uh, but now, do you think it's still possible to gain traction on Book Talk? Because what
Yeah.
I'm getting now is that if you weren't there 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever, it's very hard now to gain any traction.
No, not necessarily. I would say newer accounts get the most traction. So when you start an account on Book Talk, you are, or TikTok, just generally speaking, right? You need to pick a lane. Pick your lane and start posting content for that lane. So if you are going to be face forward and you're going to talk about books and be, the author, then you need to start doing that and start dumping content in there. Don't just post once and then go away. You need to dump content into there. Be strategic and consistent about it. Like, I'm talking 3 posts a day. You can post them back to back to back. They don't care, right? You're gonna get traction on videos. I still get likes from videos that I posted, I don't know, 3 years ago. TikTok doesn't care when you post the video. So it's not like some of these other platforms where it's like, oh, well, you should post because your followers are going to see this between 4 and 8 p.m. and all that. No, just post the content on TikTok. It rewards posting content. It also rewards entertaining, content. You need to be able to hook the person in the first, 2 seconds of the video. What other tips would I give for TikTok? I think it's absolutely legitimate way to gain traction. A lot of
But it
book
does require a commitment.
It does require a commitment. The rewards though can be great. So there's that, right? It can be incredibly frustrating as well. Don't get me wrong. I have my personal account on TikTok, right, where I'm just posting whatever I want. It's more of like a video vlog for me.
She
I
dances with the goats to entertain my son, ultimately, is what it comes down to.
Yeah. I post political stuff. I post goat stuff. I post Vermont stuff. And I don't post on a schedule. I post whenever I want to post. And you'll see that, I have 5,700 followers there, which is actually not terrible. But I could have a lot more if I was actually consistent about it and consistent about the type of content that I posted. And I was either informative, educational, or entertaining. in my posts. So those are the three things that you want to think about when you're posting on TikTok.
I'm writing it down. Informative, educational, entertaining.
And have a hook at the beginning. People like to, people like to be entertained. They like
Yeah.
to learn things. A good friend of mine who I actually met on TikTok, and then I met her in real life here in Vermont. Now we're friends. She just had a video go viral. It has over 4 million views on
Oh
it.
my God.
It's insane. And it's literally her husband is a welder, and he was starching a shirt, like a sweatshirt that he can then take in to work with him. And he was going through the process of it. And that is what, you know, took off. But it's informative. And they were entertaining while they were doing it.
Why would a welder starch a sweatshirt?
So when you're things I learned from the video. When you're welding, you don't want to wear just like a regular fiber sweatshirt because if a spark gets on it, you become very flammable, right? But
Starch is flammable.
it was some mixture with starch.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't watch
He was
it.
fireproofing himself.
A welding safe starch, if you will.
Yeah. He was essentially fireproofing himself. It comes out very stiff, right? So she was making a lot of jokes, as it were.
Yes.
And he was not getting any of the jokes. They were not coming across to him at all. So it was very funny to watch. So he was going through that whole process, and it was a fun process to watch.
That's wild.
And went 4 million views. And she was not expecting that at all. She thought that her normal, like she has decent following, but she thought her normal people would watch it. No, it was informative and it was funny. And it went viral.
Wow. That's wild.
Now you can on Book Talk. I'm going on a rant here, but now there's a lot of people who would say like, oh, well, carousels, or I call them page swipes, but carousels where you put up the individual images and then people swipe through them, right? Yeah, those absolutely can still go viral. The problem is you have to have a separate account for that. You can't do a face account and do that kind of account.
No, I didn't know that.
I mean, you can, but TikTok's going to get confused as to what you're doing. So your views are going to fluctuate.
And that's still a completely viable way to like uplift your backlist too. I actually was just chatting with someone, a mid-list author like yourself, Pru, who is using TikTok to replace her Facebook ad campaign strategy right now because her swipe videos are selling her backlist enough that she's actually making more money just posting to TikTok twice a day than she was running Facebook ads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Totally possible to do.
Yep.
Does take a little bit of a commitment, but there are ways to do it. Kate Hall has an amazing strategy in her course, and she teaches you how to batch them if you take her course for that. Super great.
All right.
Please, I'm plugging her stuff. But no, I mean, she breaks it all down into how to, like, the actual step-by-step of how to batch to do those carousels and those slides.
Okay, that's excellent.
Yeah, she explains it better than I could in this particular podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, if you don't want to do that, you just create the slides and then you can reuse them. There's nothing to say that you have to, it's a one and done type situation.
Yeah, you repost them 7 or 8 times to different sounds or.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. All right. I want to go back to the concept of writing 2 series at a time.
Yes.
And I chose Billionaires for my series because everybody wants more news about billionaires, right? That's a hot, especially in times of economic uncertainty, nothing's more attractive than, a Busby Berkeley musical, right? I mean, everybody wants to hear that, right? What else? It's true. Dancing Girls, right? Fans, others, right?
Absolutely.
What else is hot at the moment in the rom-com world?
Ooh.
What's another genre? Do I have to turn to motorcycle gangs?
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do Billionaires and motorcycle gangs.
A little darker with the motorcycle gangs.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You don't think comedic motorcycle gangs would be a hit?
I don't know. It would be a gamble in this market, okay?
Right.
I think it's the girls who like the masked men and the serial killers who would be going for the biker gangs. Yep.
That's a hoot.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, rom-com world, does it have to be nannies?
No, it doesn't have to.
Hockey players?
Yeah, sports still really big.
Sports?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, still really big with hockey. And not just any sports, hockey.
yeah. Small town.
Small town, any sort of fish out of water situation.
Oh, I
Yes,
love fish out of water. Small town can still be dirty though, can it? I can still
Oh,
write something.
absolutely.
100%. That's my favorite kind of small town.
She's an auto buy for a dirty small town book. If there's BDSM in it, sold.
Yeah,
Over.
even more.
Yeah.
That's BDSM with comedy. Very strange. Very odd.
I think you
Very,
Can
very
be
niche.
done though. Can be done though.
Very niche. Very niche market.
very niche. No, I think rom-com, I think doing sometime small town hockey would be fine.
Hockey or hockey? Is that what you said?
Or hockey. You still have the people who are wealthy.
Football, F1. I mean, you're not going to get F1 in a small town, obviously, but like,
No.
it's like a Friday Night Lights rom com, right? The football player, football coach,
That's true. You could do that too.
Okay. All right.
Taylor
I'm gonna
Swift,
think
Travis
about this.
Kelsey, English teacher, football coach, gym teacher kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, so you're getting a little YA there.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
always get a little nervous about really overt smut in the
Yeah.
YA field for
Yeah.
fear that somebody who's going to pick it up who's not ready for open door.
Right.
It's interesting. It's okay. It's very interesting. I have to think about it because I thought I was being ultra ambitious planning out 10 books, but now I need to
I
do
mean,
it.
it is ambitious planning.
No, that is a big bite at the apple, so to speak.
But I'm hoping that the fact that I write fast will mean it can be nibbled, right? That I can sustain interest in it.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, think about it this way, if you're doing the zipper theory, that
Yeah.
series is now going to get pushed out with release dates a little bit further. So now you have a longer stretch of the series where you're promoting the entire series for a longer period of time when it's still new.
Well, it's curious. It's curious.
Mhm.
And do you believe that rom-coms in particular, but all romances, how many books in a series in order to make them viable? Do I have to do another 10 book series?
No, I think 5 to 6 is a good number.
5 to
10's
6.
lovely, but I think 5 to 6 is a good number.
Okay.
Veronica, your thoughts? Any?
Oh, I was going to say you could do as few as 3 probably and have a viable
Yeah.
trilogy.
So yeah. Because I love a trilogy. I mean, that's pretty easy.
Even if they're interconnected standalones, and it's not actually one cliffhanger, and the
Right,
conclusion.
right.
You know,
I'm
three interconnected volumes. Yeah.
an anti-cliffhanger person. I don't like it. But interconnected volumes, double plus good. But
I like the 5 to 6 though because it does give you more meat on the bone for
Absolutely.
yeah.
do you believe that when authors write trilogies of interconnected books, then the reader is more likely to explore the backlist, or are they just going to sit around and wait for the next one?
That's a hard one.
I got a big backlist now.
Depends on where the reader comes from, I think. If you are getting KU readers, I think they're just going to
go someplace else.
Move on. There's a high consumption rate there. I think you get people who wait wide.
I don't want to be wide.
No,
I
I
just
know.
complicated.
I think I mean if they really like your books and they've just found you, they're going to go and try to find everything else that you've written and read
absolutely.
it all. Yeah. Especially in KU.
Yeah, especially if they can consume as much of your work as possible for their monthly subscription fee, whether it's KU or Kobo Plus. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm liking the concept of small town. And
I
could probably
we percolating a future Pru Warren series as we record the podcast.
Oh, I love it.
They're going to be named Heather, Veronica, and I don't know who. Somebody else.
You're going to need another classic 80s girl name.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Jennifer,
Jessica, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph. I'm writing it down.
All the girls that we went to school with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh
yeah, that's good. Steph, Heather, Veronica. Yeah, that's
Love
good.
It.
Okay.
It's so fun. Do you have anything exciting coming up, like any book signings or more conventions that you're planning or going to?
I have done 2 book signings in my life and nobody knew who I was, right? So Books no, none, not a single stinking one. Conventions, we were just talking about the Washington Romance Writers equivalent to my marketing convention. They didn't want to do marketing every year. They wanted to do marketing one year and craft the second year.
Sure.
But we just had to kind of pull the plug on it because we're in the DC area where every third person has just been laid off.
Right.
Right. The government shutdown has laid off a lot of, and a lot of people have lost their jobs anyway. So we actually decided we did not want to make people want to spend $400 or $500 on a ticket to a great conference. So we just pulled the plug on it entirely.
Oh, what a bummer.
We're gonna do something. We're gonna do probably a one day. Um, yeah, but it is a bummer that the political situation is beginning to invade my writer life, and I'd like to object.
Yeah.
I'd like to register a complaint on that score.
I'd like to register a complaint on all of it, but yes, that too.
Yep.
That too. Oh, that's really frustrating.
So that's too bad. My big excitement is that I'm going with my sisters on a cruise through the Panama Canal in December.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
what I like about that, this is ridiculous and horrible to admit out loud, but every single trip I go on is fodder for the next book, right?
It's
So
market research. Yeah.
sisters, right? Sisters. How about a 3-book series of sisters in a small town?
Yeah.
Each sister gets a happily ever after in some sort of
Absolutely.
ridiculously comedic way.
Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Gosh, yes.
Even your titles are hilarious, by the way. Like, I love your titles. They're so funny.
You're very kind. The Bad Attitude Billionaires titles are just the names. Quinn,
Just the names.
Regina, Susanna. They're not at all witty. They're not clever.
I actually
The best.
I have your Eris series on my shelf back here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Those are the best titles. That book series was written because a friend of mine, Meredith Bond, said that she wrote a trilogy where the same scene appears in all 3 books. It's at the
Mm.
beginning of the first book, in the middle of the second book, at the end of the third book, and you see the same scene but from different people's point of view, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." So I wrote the Eris series, which is 3 people who don't know each other, all of whom actually went to the same college, and the kind of autistic librarian has decided that they are all worthy and they all inherit bizarre properties from her. So they have to go find out why this wreck is valuable or why this palace, whatever. And in each of those books, I think there are 4 or 5 different Zoom conversations that they all 3 of them have together. And in the first book, you don't know what the other 2 are talking about, but in the second book, you know what the second one's talking about. In the third book, it was so much fun to write. It was so much fun.
Love
And
that.
I said to my brother-in-law, a great guy named Scott, I need titles with the word heiress in it. And he went, okay, well, breath of fresh heiress. And I was like, oh yeah, that's brilliant. Breath of fresh heiress, keep going. And he said, okay, how about full of hot heiress? I said, yes, that's really good too. What do you got for the third one? He said, well, I don't know. Does she have a weight issue? I said, her mother was really on her about her weight and she's trying to get a healthy attitude. He said, okay, vanished into thin heiress. And I was like, oh my God, it works out so perfectly. So those are the titles. Those
Aren't
are
they
good
so
titles.
cute? Like,
They're so
truly.
cute. They're so cute.
So
It is
creative.
And thank goodness for Scott.
good for Scott. I mean, he walked around my backyard
Yeah.
thinking really hard. It was really cute. My sister and I were sitting around
Steam coming
yapping.
out of his ears.
Yes. Yes. Vanished into thin heiress. Eureka! It was
I
very
love it.
entertaining.
I love it.
Very entertaining. Yep. So I
What?
kind of fell down on the current series on cute titles, but
Well,
that's
that's all right. You have to run out. You need a refresh. You need a palate cleanser.
and actually I'm going on the trip to Panama with my sisters and Scott.
Oh, there you go. So maybe
So
you'll come out and these titles will be totally different.
no, for the small town sister series,
All right.
I'm going to make him come up with some titles.
Go back to wordplay. Yes. Well,
Go back to wordplay.
yeah.
We find inspiration everywhere we go.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. What is the one piece of advice that you would give a new author who's writing right now?
Oh my God. I'm like, there's tidal waves washing back and forth. Okay. My single word of advice is if it feels like work, maybe you're doing it wrong. Enjoy yourself. For God's sakes, this is supposed to be the alternative to the grim 9 to 5. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure it's fun. Make sure you're fulfilled by it. Uh, and that's not to say you have to be laughing the whole time. I have friends who take 2 years to write a book, and they're still having a good time. It still fills something in them to create a story and to know that someone else is going to read your story, which is, oh God,
Yeah.
so addictive, such an addictive concept. I think there has to be joy. There has to be joy. You can't think of it as a miserable, oh my God, I've got to get this done by a deadline. It should make you happy. It should make you happy.
I think
Yeah.
that's such great advice though, because you can get so busy from the very beginning chasing the numbers, right? Because you do want to make money. You do want this to be a profitable enterprise. And if you are business hat on all the time, down to the, oh my God, which tropes should I include in this next
Right.
manuscript,
Well, I
right?
do
Like
it too. What's
what's
hot right now?
what's
Small town.
exactly, well, I need to write to market. What's selling?
Yeah.
Is that going to be selling in 3 months or 6 months or a year when I can get this book to market? Or are the trends going to change? Is this the right cover design, or do I need to look at other concepts? And it can really, weighing the balance of all those things can really suck the fun out of the creative
I think
process.
that's right. I
Yeah.
think you're right.
That is
I
such
think you're
great
right.
advice for a new writer, Pru.
There are 6 million definitions of success.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
easiest one to measure is how much money you make, but that's not necessarily the best measure. I mean, all my life I've struggled with my weight. So for me, the easiest measure of health was the fucking scale, which I really have a hard time with. But that's not the best measure of health. It's just the easiest. How
Yeah.
much you make off of it or how many books you sell is one measure of success, but maybe it's not the best measure for you. So don't forget, this is supposed to be fun.
It is. It is. And you're right. This is not supposed to be the 9 to 5 grind. Honestly, it's more of a 24/7 grind.
Yes, it is.
Um,
So you better love it.
but so you have to love it. You have to love what you
You're
do.
going to spill all the secrets in this one, ladies?
Every single one. Every single one. It's what you say about that, Heather, is true because marketing is not why most people get into writing
No.
romance.
No.
But if you have to do it anyway, see if you can make up your mind that you do love it. Just force yourself into believing that you love it because you got to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to do marketing, be okay with the fact that you've written books that no one's going to read, but they're there and you can feel satisfaction to see them on your shelf. There are many definitions of success.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard someone also say the other day, they were giving out some advice and they were saying something to the effect of, you don't have to convince yourself to do the thing that you don't want to do. You can do it knowing that you're not going to enjoy it, and that's okay. So, like, if there's a piece of the business that you don't like, stop, like, trying to work yourself up into this frenzy of, like, I'm going to convince myself to do it, right? Just go into it knowing I'm not going to like doing this. And it actually makes your brain, like, easy. It makes it easier to get into because you've accepted the fact that you're not going to enjoy this piece of whatever it is. And
I
so
think
your
that's
brain's
interesting.
no longer fighting doing it.
I think that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback on that. I was talking to this wonderful therapist about I'm stuck on a weight plateau. I'm sorry if this is so health focused, but I
Yeah.
was I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease and got rid of it. Ha! I'm
You.
paying attention. I know. Isn't that awesome? No longer have chronic kidney disease. Nah, nah, nah. But it has required a huge amount of energy on my part. And I was stuck on a weight plateau and nothing was happening. And I was talking to my glorious therapist about how much I hated going out for a walk every day. Oh my God, I just hated it. And really, it turned out it was because I was listening to a book on Audible that I just hated. And I should have just switched books. It would have made me feel so much better. but But she gave me a nugget. She said, first of all, that you cannot be reactive at the same time that you are analytical. You can't. And if you can reach analytical, if you can reach a sense of awareness, you can temporarily shut down that reactivity. So the phrase I wrote down and taped to the mirror where I brush my teeth is the function of awareness is to interrupt the self-reinforcing negative feedback loop. So if you get caught in how much you hate marketing, if you get caught in, oh my God, please don't make me talk about my books, or please don't make me run ads or do any of that. If you get caught in that and say to yourself, oh, wait a minute, here's what I'm doing. I'm feeling this way because I feel out of control. You've lifted yourself out of reactivity and now you're in awareness and you can break the cycle of, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. And you can break the cycle and become more conscious of it and realize that all you need to do is change the book you're listening to, right? There are small changes you can make that will help you turn this around. So, awareness as the opposite of negative feedback. I'll do
That's
one of
really
those.
good.
This
I
is
think it's
super,
also true
super
because
powerful.
yeah, because you can also then try to maybe find joy in a piece of it too, right? Like when you're aware of it, you're like, oh well, maybe this hook would be more fun if I did it
Yeah.
like this. And
Yeah.
so then you can infuse a little bit of that joy
Just
that you were talking about.
that natural acceptance that this part's going to suck, but also I really look forward to this component
Yes,
this thing that
nice.
I get to experience, despite the fact that, the journey or the destination is not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe the reinforcement, and if it's marketing that people hate, which most
Most
authors
authors
hate
do.
marketing,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
maybe the reinforcement is the sales that you make. Maybe more people are reading your book. Maybe you are making enough money to pay the electric bill, if not the rent, right? I mean, there are good things to focus on.
And listen, you're still gonna have bad days. Veronica and I though joke, a bad day doing this is still better than loitering every
Preach.
day.
Preach.
Absolutely right.
Still better than
Abs-
loitering. So,
Tell
we are,
that to your son in law school, by
nope.
the way.
yeah,
Nope. That's my son. He's staying there. The kid was born to argue. I'm not letting him out. It's what he was born to do.
uh, he'll do great. I mean, and you can do so many things with a law degree. It really helps your brain think differently, and really, it's very useful. It
He's
is
going to end up writing books. I can tell. He's a storyteller. Woo!
mm,
I'm proud of him. Love
almost
that
like
kid.
it's in the blood or something.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice if I could take credit?
Yeah.
I take credit for all of it.
My son has 0% of my blood, and I still take credit for all of his. So, you know,
Very wise.
yeah,
Very wise
Heavy on the
choice.
nurture over the nature here.
yeah.
Very important. And the presence of goats, of course.
Yes, the presence of
Yes.
goats. Yes, they are. Oh my gosh, they're loving this weather. By the way, they're just
Me
obsessed.
too. I
Yeah,
took such a long walk yesterday. I was so proud of myself.
I have a
And
feeling
listened
it's
to a really
slightly
good book on
warmer
tape.
where you are, but yes,
This is how you know how old I am. Did you hear I said a book on tape?
Book on tape.
That's
Yeah.
how old I am.
a book on tape.
Book
What
on
do you
tape.
do you listen to things for inspiration, or do you listen to anything but romance? What do
I
you
like, oh,
consume?
I actually was listening to Slow Horses, which was really, really good. I've already downloaded book 2 of that. So much better. The books I was reading that were weighing me down, like, oh my God, I wanted to do the equivalent of washing my hair, right? I mean, I'm just being
Right.
weighed down. Were books that my son found, and he and I were having a moment of reading the same series, and it was battles and wars and ugh,
Uh,
rotting bodies and ugh, no
yeah.
good. Um, I read a lot of romance because I feel like I need to keep my finger on the
Yes.
pulse, and I
Yes.
also think that it is really critical for especially new authors to get a KU subscription, subscribe to Kindle, and read 100 romances,
Yeah.
and pay attention to them in terms of, okay, how did they do the first kiss? How did they do the black moment? How did they do the meet cute? Pay attention to it and put yourself through an apprenticeship of reading, because I read romances all my life and had never paid attention to the things that you need to pay attention to in order to tell a good story. So once you know how to tell a story, then read 100 romances and figure out what it is everyone else is doing, so that at least you know what the theoretical rules are before you break them. Because you can break them, but you should know what they are before you start. I read a lot of romances, and I picked up Slow Horses because it was thrillery and exciting. And at the moment, I'm binging young adult apocalyptic fiction.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's a complete palate cleanser
Yeah.
I
I,
love
I
that.
I do that too. I'm not a writer, of course, but like we romance is our business,
Yeah.
right?
right.
I love a hard science fiction. Please send me to another galaxy. Like put me in cryostasis and wake me up in 2000 years where I can fight spiders and like
Love it.
fall in love with someone from a completely
Love it.
different life system. Like,
Love
yeah.
it. Love it. Absolutely love it.
I
Yeah.
like
So,
vampires, so, you know.
Yeah,
oh, who
yeah.
doesn't? But those go sexy.
They
So,
Oh,
usually
well,
are
yeah.
very.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I like them.
Of course. That
Although I did read one that I just read one very good series. Tethered is the series. I don't know if you've seen that.
sounds really familiar. Who wrote it?
Elena starts with a G. Hold please. Uh,
Maybe I haven't read it. It
um,
sounds so familiar. Is it dark?
they
BDSM?
listen. No, it's not BDSM. They call it dark romance or dark. It is not dark. The only dark there's blood and vampires. So you know.
Yeah, that's not a dark. Yeah.
Elena R. Gallia.
Oh.
Gallia. I don't know if it's
Galia.
Gallia. It's tethered, I think tormented and some I don't know. There's a trilogy and very good. Sort of a slow burn, honestly, a little not it wasn't super sexy. There wasn't a ton of there wasn't
Vampires are always sexy.
I
I
know.
know.
There was a lot of heat, right? There's a lot of buildup. There's a lot of yearning. There's a lot of, emotions and sparks flying on the page. But there is no, like, even the sex scenes that are in the book are not very explicit. I'll put it that
Very,
way.
But they
very
still
little
satisfied
open
you.
door.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was a great book.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
story was fantastic.
See,
Truly,
that's awesome.
truly
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
And
I
I
mean,
tend to like my books a little on the spicier side, and I still enjoyed this very
I
much.
do too. I do too. And I write spicy, but a good story, I don't care. Spicy, closed door, pure Amish, I don't care. Is it a good story? That's
Yeah,
all that matters.
yeah. This one got me in, and I mean, vampires. You had me at vampire, but you know,
Gonna
it
need
was.
that on a t-shirt in the shop now, kiddo. You
I
had me at
know.
vampire.
You have me at vampires.
I have a sticker on my Cricut. I probably should sell them. It says "Support your local vampire."
To this day, like when I know friends are coming, I'll say the door's unlocked, just come in. People will knock on the door and I'll say, come in, unless you're a vampire. Right?
Right?
Just clear right?
Yeah,
Vampire can't come in if you don't invite him. I'm
That's
holding
right.
him.
that's right.
She's
That's right.
observing all of the rules here.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my friends opened the door and I said, unless you're a vampire, she just backed away and closed it. That was very
Oh,
funny.
we love a friend who's into the bit. Yes.
Very funny.
My
Very
husband likes to tell me that he's a vampire, and he'll go on with the bit for a while. So I was explaining that there was in Vermont, there's actually the first vampire that was buried in Vermont, and there's a whole like memorial for her and whatnot. And he was like, well, what's the story? And the story is that I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. You can fact check me on this. I don't remember all the details, but she died of consumption. And then the husband got remarried, and that wife then died as well. And so the husband was convinced that the
first
first
wife came
wife,
back.
yeah, came back and killed the second wife, that she was a vampire. So he exhumed her body and had her burned, because he was convinced she was a vampire. So now there's like a whole memorial for her and a whole like the legend of the vampire of Vermont, down in Manchester. And so I was telling him that like I want to go and visit and whatever. And I was like, what did he say? He said something, and I was like, well, it's not like true. Like there aren't like I mean, it's not like there's vampires. And he looked at me, he's like, how can you say that about my kind? Like he just went on this whole thing. It was really funny. So yeah, he's committed
My
to
son is a night owl, and he says he's got vampire in him. And whenever he's in the daylight, he goes, "It burns! It burns!"
Yeah.
this is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Yes.
So, yeah, we love a vampire book over here. But yeah, I can see the science fiction, just really anything that pulls you out of reality
We have
these
a
days.
special guest.
Agreed. Yes, that's my cat.
Yes.
She's going to show you her tail, and she'll probably thwack it in my face. But I'm going to pretend she's not really here.
I wish any of mine would come hang out when we were recording the podcast. They're all jerks who want nothing to do with my work.
Yeah, mine talks a lot. So if I suddenly hit mute, that's why.
You're all good. Oh man. Any big plans for this weekend? We record on Fridays for those listening. So
Yeah.
My plans for this weekend are, I really think I'm going to get back to Timothy. I'm going to get back to book 4.
okay.
I've got a good, I always like, all my people are billionaires, obviously, so they've got way too much money. So my quest is to find out how I can sort of, put them through the ringer. What situations occur where money is not the solution?
Yeah.
And I'm having him, he's kind of a larcenous guy. So I'm having him vaguely break the law, and eventually toward the end, he's going to have to realize the error of his ways, thanks to the love of a good woman, obviously.
Of course.
He's a DC lobbyist, and I'm throwing him out west.
Wow.
He's going to have to take camping trips. With
horse out of water, or fish out of water, horse off the trail.
Horse out of
Horse out of water.
Horse out of water.
Horse out of tree. That's right. He thinks he's going to be fine because he has strings of polo ponies. He's very wealthy, so he thinks he's going to be fine.
Cowboys.
He's not. So I think I'm gonna play with that. I think this weekend might be immersed in the land of Timothy, which
fun
entertains me. My books are, although it's not a big deal, the first book I wrote, the one that you helped me to launch, Heather, was Sin and the Peanut Butter Cup. Sin, short for Cynthia, beginning with C. The second one in that series was Dash and the Moonglow Mystic. And when I realized that I'd written in alphabetical order, C and D, and I could not only put them on my shelf in regular order, but also in alphabetical order, then the next one was Ellen, and the fourth one was Farah. So without making a big deal out of it, I've continued it through most of the books. The heiresses were Grace, Hannah, and Ivy.
Oh my God.
Cupid's Quest series was Joss and I don't remember. Anyway, it's alphabetical. So now I'm up to the first book in the bed, Attitude Billionaires, is Quinn, followed by Regina, followed by Suzanne, and now I'm up to Timothy, followed by Ursula, and it will go all the way down to Zachary. So
are you then going to circle back for A and B?
I've never had an A and B, so I think I'm going to have to. But the question is, I'm going to do a Steph, a Heather, and a Veronica in the next series, so how's this going to fit?
I love it. I love it. Well, you are the absolute best, Pru. I am so grateful that you came on here and chatted with us for a while.
Just a lot of gab, and I'm just amusing myself. That's my goal.
We do the same thing. So that's all good. But well, I thank you again. And for those who want to find Pru, you can do so on Amazon. She is in Kindle Unlimited. And, shoot her a message. As you can tell, she's hilarious and she loves joy.
So, love to chat.
Yes.
Pru@pruwarren.com. Yap. And I'll answer questions. I'll make things up. Go ahead. What do you want to know?
Exactly. So go check out her books, and thank you all for listening.